Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Honey, the Queen, Honey, Jarika, the he, she. I'm not one of your favorite fairies, but I'm never trying to be. Yes, girl, this is something I had picked up today. I was like, ooh, I've been feeling real spicy lately, so I wanted to get something that compliments that got me to the cheetah honey, and I wanted to paint my nails. So I was like, you know what? Let me stop playing with these motherfuckers and express myself more. And y'all love black. I love black, so I had went to Dollar Tree and got this. This is a CV color vibe with hardeners, nail polish. Yes. So yeah, I wanted to do that. Wanted to just express myself more and stuff like that because I mean, if you follow me, follow my journey and stuff like that. I say, look, follow my journey and stuff like that. Watch my videos and you're subscribed to me and stuff like that, all that good stuff. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe because I'm going to come with more content. But if you follow my journey and all that type of stuff, you most likely saw me dressed up. You most likely saw me cross dressed, if you will. Because I did dress up. Me and my friend, she's trans. She had did me up. She made could put me a little makeup on and all that type of stuff, and put up one of her wigs and one of her dresses and stuff like that, honey. And I went out like that, and I got stares, of course. I didn't really get no bad energy and stuff like that. I didn't give a damn. I mean, I knew eventually I wanted to do that. I wanted to dress up. I wanted to go out and see what was going on and all that type of stuff, and then see reactions I would get and all that type of good stuff. And it was great. At that time, I wasn't single. At this time, I was with my ex. And it's real. I smile because it's no bad blood. Honestly, with my ex and stuff like that, when I had dressed up, I came through. At that time, I was roommating with my cousin, my sibling, stuff like that, my brother, and me and my ex, you know, we was living in sin, honey. And I ended up coming in before I even saw him. I came into the living room, honey, and y'all like my nails. Tap the screen, tap it up, like, share, and subscribe, so more people can come in, honey. And he just thought I was one of the friend girls, cause we had, straight be coming to us for the bad bitches. They already know we have the bitches and stuff like that. But anyway, he just thought he didn't look up because he thought I was someone else. He thought I was one of my oh, that must be one of Jerica friend girls and stuff like that. And so I said his name. Then he looked up and he was like, "Oh, I ain't even know that. I ain't know that was you and all that type of good stuff." And I was like, "Oh my god," because my cousin, he always knew we 3 months apart. Let me give y'all just a little bit of taste of it. We're 3 months apart, honey. He's Asian before me and all that good stuff. Our moms are identical twins. And crazy thing is, his mama is older by a minute and mine is younger. My mom is younger. And it's like they followed the trend because he's older and I'm the younger one. We're 3 months apart. It's crazy. So we're pretty much like, if you research, children of identical twins are more like siblings. It's like the same as siblings, like as far as like the DNA and all that type of good stuff. So we're more so like siblings than actually just cousins. So it's something to go research. Be like, oh shit, I ain't really know that, because we could call each other brother, sister, all this type of stuff, and it's pretty much the same percentage as your sibling. So that's something to know. But y'all get up here, like, share, and subscribe. Hey, what's up, Dominique, honey? I'm wearing one of them right now. Okay. What type of color you got? What type of color you got? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Because I had to get this. I was like, well, you know what? As much as I love us getting the black, and I got a pink one too. But I was like, I want to get a bigger one. So I had saw at what was the Dollar General? And I was like, yes, I'm going to get that. Somebody up here hating. Somebody up here is reporting my life. Why are you here? If you ain't trying to be with the queers, why are you here? You can go. Oh shit, I love purple. I love purple, and I'm gonna try to give me a lavender one because the lavender is for the gays. Lavender marriages, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a lot more of those soon because y'all, the straight men are running your women to the other side, and and I feel like straight men really be jealous of gay men because they be like, oh, y'all got all the hoes, but that's the problem. Y'all refer to women as hoes, and the simple thing is we listen, y'all don't, for the most part. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. I got P1 too. Oh, okay, that's what's up, Haley. Well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I see only 3 people, well, 6 people now, and that's fine. That's cool, whatever. I know how people are really fragile when it comes to the gays. I understand, whoop de whoop de whoop. But, honey, y'all just stay because I got a few things I want to talk about. I just wanted to let y'all know that. And when I dressed up, like I said, me and my ex at the time, we were living in sin. And he was real impulsive. Like when I tell you, we met one day through my friend. We're still friends, even though I got her blocked. But that's neither here nor there. Met through her. And it's a whole nother story with me and her that y'all gonna have to subscribe and wait for that content because I'm trying to do it one at a time. But anyway, back to the subject at hand, bitch. We met through her, and when we met, I saw him. He had hazel eyes, girl. He was light skinned, black guy, of course. And I was like, he was real cute. He had a nice body. He was shorter than me, like 5'9" or whatever. I was like, okay, that's fine, girl. I ain't gonna be that, picky and stuff like that. But no, he was beautiful. It wasn't no shade or nothing like that. When I saw him, I was like, damn, and stuff like that. And me, I'm the type to be like, you fine. I love to let my man know a bit. You fine as fuck. I want my man to be in the mirror just as much as me. I don't understand that. I want my man in the mirror as much as me. Bitch, you're not the center of all the time. You must not be that bitch. Cause you competing with your nigga. Okay, anyway. We end up vibing. Like when I tell you we vibed, it was dope. Like it's like we always knew each other. That type of energy. And I wasn't expecting that. So girl, long story short, we end up he ended up driving, pulling up and stuff. I ended up doing his dreads. He wanted some dreads, girl. And I was seeing if I could start them off. Girl, one thing led to another. We ended up in the bed, girl, having sex, girl. Like we always knew. Like it just happened, girl. It happened. Oh, your name Ellie. Okay. I like that name. I don't know what happened. It wasn't planned. It's just, girl, it's just like, it talked to me while I was doing his hair. His dick talked to me, and I was like, girl, I wasn't even planning on doing nothing, even though I wanted to. It just, he ended up looking at me, and I ended up looking at him, and things got wild, girl. And can you say Ellie Bailey? Yes. Am I saying it right, Ellie Bailey? One thing ended up leading to another, and we ended up in my bed, girl, smashing, and it was dope. It was real dope. It was, girl, and falling asleep next to me and stuff like that. I put it on him, and I was looking at him like, okay, he could be the one, girl, and all that type of good stuff. Okay, good. Y'all make sure y'all tap the screen. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, please. Thanks. And I'm just talking about my ex and all that type of stuff. Girl, how we met through my friend, honey. She's a trans girl, honey. I love my trans girls, my trans sisters, and my trans. I haven't met no trans man yet. But I mean, all throughout the community, I want to have friends and we subscribe to each other, all that good stuff. Cause yes, yeah. So we ended up having sex, honey, and it was great. And he ended up, like I said, he was impulsive, so he moved in the next day. He moved in the next day. Yeah. I'm here for a little drama. Yeah, he ended up moving in the next day. And, you know, I ended up getting off work. And he had that spirit of, I don't know, very, very optimistic. He was more so, you could tell he was like kind of like the anime energy, you know, type of guys that love anime and all that type of stuff. And he was a tourist girl. And I ain't rolling my eyes because I don't fuck with tourists, no, girl. But he was very impulsive, and he told me that. Like when I told you we talked for hours. Like we was already, I was sitting, you know, sitting in between his legs, honey. And it was giving that. It happened naturally, and I was like, damn, you know, then we had kids, you know, that day too, and it was wonderful. But girl, like I said, we ended up having sex that, you know, that the day before, and he ended up moving in the next day. And when I got off work, I came into the room. I was like, I even looked at my door like, it got a number. Is this my place? Is this mine? You know? And, you know, I was like, he ended up coming back because he ended up walking to the store. So he ended up coming back and hugged me, you know, from the back. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, he was like, yeah, I just, I don't remember the conversation in its entirety, but I knew that I was like, okay. You know, I'm an experienced type of person, so I want to experience the person. And, you know, I was like, okay. Let's go ahead, let's do it. Let's see, honey. Let's see. Why not? The fuck? So, girl, it was nice. You know, it was nice. We went places here and there. We just didn't like go on like dates or whatever, like to restaurants yet and all that type of good stuff. But he had, his mentality was more so like, you know, like I said, he was impulsive. He had an energy more so. It was real light energy. He, girl, he was more so like more so free spirit. Like me, I'm a free spirit too, but he was more free spirited than me and stuff like that. And he would say stuff like we was twin flames and all that good stuff. And I was like, maybe. But like he had a nice energy. His sexual energy matched mine. He was sweet and all that type of good stuff. But the thing is, I saw a lot of his insecurities, as far as like not really having love for himself, more so the strength that I had he most so didn't for, I guess, for himself. Like now he you know, do his thing. Like he was maybe not a fist like fighting, but he'll probably shoot or something like that. He was more so, he knew what he wanted, but it was a lot of doubt, you know. And he was bisexual. Yeah, he was bisexual, but I didn't have no thoughts of like, oh, he will cheat on me, or I'm not gonna be enough. I'm not that type of bitch. It started to seem more like convenience, you know. He maybe knew what he wanted, but then it was more so convenient how it didn't like work or whatever. And I was like, because at the time, like I knew I wanted to have kids. I wanted to possibly get married. I wanted to, you know, do things like that, just like we having those conversations. And didn't really seem, he knew things that he wanted, but I guess he more so his short-term goals. He never really probably thought about his long-term goals. But hey, other than that, he was a sweetheart. See right now, man. Ooh, I can't really say what is it. Malaysia? What is that, Malise? What is that, girl? Hey, what's up, y'all? I was talking about my ex, girl. But y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, babe. But yeah, I didn't want nothing convenient. And I wasn't trying to make him into something, you know, that he wasn't. I wasn't trying to make anybody. Because I definitely liked him for him and all that type of stuff. And I never go into a situation being like, oh, it's going to end and all that type of stuff. I'm like, I'm an experienced type of person, but I'm not going to stay in something just to have somebody to sleep with at night. And no, I'm not going to tell every single thing that went on, girl. But yeah, more so, I'm not into the just being with someone just to say I have someone. No, it gotta make sense, and our values have to align. Politically, it could be debatable. Religiously, I'm not religious, but at the same time, I really wouldn't mind not having someone that is religious. I really, I can't F with that. And I don't want to be with someone that's gonna be trying to force me to go to church or anything like that. Now, I'm not saying to not believe in God or whatever your higher power is. It's just don't force me to do it. I've had enough of that. Type deal, and whether or not you go to church or not doesn't make you a good or a bad person. I'm just nah, bruh. But just things that didn't make sense for me and stuff like that. And yeah, as much as I love sex, as much as I love it, that's not the. If we're wanting to be in a relationship, that's not the only thing. It's not. You can't. It's not gonna sustain a relationship and stuff like that. And if you won't want to go and hear and ask the hard questions or answer the hard questions, then what are we doing here? You ain't finna be in a relationship with me and you don't put in no effort. Simply put. Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm from Mississippi, the retirement state, and stuff like that. And I want to say Mississippi is good for if you meet the person that you want to be with, or have a good business or whatever. But I'm gonna just not talk about the business part. If you end up finding someone that you want to be with for the rest of your life and have the white picket fence and privacy, come to Mississippi. When you got your coin, girl, come to Mississippi. That's when you come to Mississippi. I'm from Russia. Oh, Russia in the building. Period. It's a totally straight guy here too. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's okay. Straights and gays can be friends. Yeah. Your sexual orientation or sexuality, those are used interchangeably. It's on you. And I want to say to the straight men, don't be putting power into women's hands to validate if you're straight or not. Don't do that. And vice versa. It doesn't make you a man to be with a woman. It doesn't make you a man is a man on his own. He leads, whatever. He ain't got to be an asshole about it, but seeking validation in that way from the opposite sex or same, be a leader, not a damn follower. Now, it's some things you can ask without being arrogant and take, some people don't know. I just want to keep it right there. Straights and gays can be friends. It got to be boundaries and all that good stuff, because ain't no relationship going to really work without boundaries and you know who you are type deal. It's just, Hey, what's up? When did you start your transition? Oh, I'm not in transition. Well, we all in transition. I just want to make that clear. And if you ask why, I'll definitely tell you. Well, I'm just going to tell you anyway. We all transition. We all evolve. That's what we're supposed to do as human. That's how we survive. But I'm not a trans woman or trans man. I'm gay. I'm a feminine gay man. It's not one way to be straight. It's not one way to be gay. I know people like to believe that. I mean, there's a lot of gay men that pass as straight. Y'all just see masculine as being straight and feminine as being gay or a woman or weaker. Yeah, that's why I be telling people, y'all gotta get into the community. If y'all want friends that are gay, ask us. Ask us instead of asking people in the church that don't know shit about what the hell they're talking about. You gotta get amongst the people that you hate. And you gotta ask yourself, why do I hate them if I don't know them? Y'all, it's like, it's straight people that actually believe, it's heteros that believe that being hetero is good and being homo is bad. Like the moral compass, we're gonna get into heaven. We got a seat planted in heaven. Baby, you don't even know if heaven exists for real. You don't even know if your God exists for real, bitch. But anyway, we can talk about that later. That don't make no sense at all. Straight good. gay bad. Like, that's very, very childish. Okay, bye, Ellie, bye. But yeah, girl, no. But I'm not trans, but I love my trans bros, my trans sisters, and all that good stuff. But yeah, back to my ex. It's just more so convenience. He was a good person, but more so he needed to grow. He needed to grow more and stuff like that. And I did too in different ways. But I've always known what I wanted. I always knew that I was relationship oriented, family oriented. I always knew that it take money to make it in this world, take your ass to work, and that might be a little shade, but it is whatever. I knew from a very young age I wanted to have the things in my life, but getting there, being black and gay, gay and black, you know, it's more so you have to take a different route in a sense. It's just altered the way I have to go about meeting the one and stuff like that. Because unfortunately, as being, gay, we weren't able to, especially if you was raised by religious parents or legal guardians, whatever, who raised you. Um, you wasn't most likely you wasn't able to date and find out what you liked and disliked so you could grow. You see a lot of us gay people dating, and I said this a couple times, dating how we would date if we were teenagers. Because in our formative years as young adults, we weren't able to be chaperoned and date like we was programmed just like, or conditioned just like straight guys, straight boys, to be a certain way, groomed to be a certain way. And that's why you see a lot of gays, misogynistic, how we treat women, all that type of stuff, because that travels with us too. So, yeah, it's like, it's a lot that we have to unlearn as gay men. And what y'all may deem as masculine and feminine is more so on a toxic part of it versus ours. You mean, oh, you ain't mad, oh, you ain't fat, because you have a toxic view of what masculinity is. Masculinity for straights or is more so like aggressive, you're a bully, femininity is weaker, and all that type of stuff, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. I'm 31. I was say 20s on again. I'm like, damn, yeah, my 20s is gone forever. Damn. But yeah, but back to yeah, it's just for me. I always knew what I wanted. I always did, and yeah, dating is just like how heterosexuals date. It's just altered, and it may take more time, more work, more effort, and all that type of stuff in places because it's not normalized. It's more. We're more. I'll say we're more accepted in some places, tolerated in a lot of other places, and stuff like that. But the more you see us, the more it becomes the norm. And having gay representation is so important in media and television and all that good stuff because we're here. We pay taxes. If I pay taxes and pay bills, I want to see myself on TV. I'm not going to sit here and be in shadows. For what? I'm not going to be in shadows. I deserve to see myself on TV just as much as straight. And there's a such, I keep saying, and it's true, there's such thing as queer kids that need to see themselves, especially if they black. People are POC, people of color. There's such thing as queer kids, and they need to see themselves, not in roles, TV series, or web series or whatever, catering to heterosexuals. They don't need to see that. They don't need to just see that, like the stereotype of gays. That's why y'all believe that gay is one way. Like, a feminine man is gay. No. A feminine man can be straight too. So, It's important. It's so important. I remember making a video saying, "Can we keep straight? Can we keep gay characters out of kid cartoons?" And I said, "No, no, we cannot. We need to put more. We need to put more of us in there. The whole alphabet mafia in, so people can see. And straight people sexualize us. Straight people sexualize us and call us homosexuals. Y'all just sexual deviant, sex, sex, sex. Straight people worry about our bedrooms more than we do. Homosexuality is not not just sex. And if we're talking about being sexual deviants, baby, straight people, it's 8+ billion people on this planet. How they got here? Yes, intersex exists, but we're not talking about intersex. If y'all wanna play that sexual deviant game, we can. Y'all be getting each other pregnant, out of wedlock, out of this birth control and all this type of stuff at a very young age. Why you gotta have birth control at motherfucking 10, 12 years old, girl? Why you having sex like that? Somebody had to groom you into believing, oh, yeah, you gonna be a heartbreaker. Yeah, you got a little boyfriend, yeah. And who that came from? And who the hell did that sound like? I'm just saying, who the real sexual deviants, baby? And then the children that y'all give up, who y'all think adopting them? We are. We're the scapegoat and we clean up y'all mess. But we are the damned. We're going to hell. But then black people, y'all don't even do y'all research. Y'all act like there was no gay slaves. Y'all act like, well, y'all might not even know. Cause the church don't teach y'all that. There's black queer activists. For example, Bayard Rustin was friends with Martin Luther King. He was openly gay. White people try to erase black history try to erase black queer history. The oppressed oppress the oppressed. And that's sad as fuck. I don't know what that is, babe. But I'm a queen, honey. You see my titties? Girl, yes, they're sitting, honey. But yes. But it's just, if we're gonna tell history, we need to tell the whole history. Not, we even did a history that there were black masters. There were. It's just tell the whole thing. And I just want to say this to the straights. Girl, y'all be running to that King James version of the Bible and y'all trying to condemn us, girl. King James was bisexual. I only read the King James version of the Bible. Well, you're reading, what's coming from one of the faiths. He was bisexual. You can't get away from us. We in here. Whatever Ike Turner said, y'all know, girl. Y'all can't get away from us. All you gotta do is Google search. I know, y'all, a lot of y'all, just wanna just hate us so much. At the same time, we've always been influenced. We always influenced. I know y'all. That's why I be telling y'all, straight people, girl, straight girl. Gay is not one way. There is masculine gay people out here, but you don't see them. And I know how y'all let it. Girl, I weep for a lot of y'all straights, girl, because y'all don't be knowing what the hell y'all talk about. When it comes to us, y'all just listen to what's going on in the media, girl, and y'all don't even go out into reality and hang around people so you can. But in that same time, you shouldn't, because y'all gonna use it in a different way. That's why I'm like, I'm not gonna tell y'all every single thing, because we need to keep shit to ourselves too. But I do want to talk about this. Straight people, especially straight women, calling gays punks. I do want to talk about that. Let's address that. Let's address it. I know that culturally in like Miami, I've been seeing a lot of women saying that, oh, we say this down here, this is what we use down here, punks and all this type of stuff. But as soon as you tell the women, because the girls have been fighting on X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm just calling it Twitter. The girls have been fighting on Twitter, honey, over the word punk. Hey, get up here, tap, tap, tap it up, like, share, and subscribe, babe. And it's probably gonna be people hurting in their feelings. We need to talk about it. How I feel about straight women calling gays punks. Cause we need to talk about it. Let me give my two cents, bitch. How I feel about it is that is this. Girl, y'all, a lot of times y'all don't really say it in a good way. Like, if we be like, and I've been seeing it, don't call me punk. I don't, that's offensive. Because punk has never been used in a good way. Get up, you a punk. You don't want to be, that's punk shit. You a punk. It's never been used there's no pros to being called punk. So, the girls have been on Twitter saying, we don't want straight women calling us punk. So, the women are like, well, don't call me sis. I'm like, what's wrong with being called sis? Y'all think we calling y'all CIS as in cisgender? How y'all be calling trans women trainees? Y'all think we calling y'all sissy? No, y'all call us sissy. We calling y'all sis short for sister. But then there's women that don't like, I keep saying it, a woman hasn't apologized since Anita Baker. I haven't heard a woman apologize since Anita Baker, because women have been definitely conditioned to believe that women is always right, and then men gonna tell you what you want to hear, just so because he wants to get in your panties. We don't. Now, they're bisexual men, yeah, possibly, but gay men do not. So we always gonna hold y'all accountable. So my thing is with that is, y'all already should know there is no good way saying punk. Now we can take it for ourselves, just like we have took faggot. We've took that. We've took gay. Gay was seen as derogatory to us too. Oh, yeah, that's gay. That's gay. Oh, you are that. Y'all know this stuff. Y'all should know this. This is derogatory towards us. And just how black people, because a lot of us are black, and from the black community, y'all should know as black, we took the N-word, and took more of the power out of it. And some of us have given permission for people to say it, non-black people to say it. So just like for us, we take our words back that oppress us, that were meant to offend us, and take it back. Like, y'all can't say this. Use that it's parallel. It's similar. It's not exactly the same, but the struggle is. So y'all have a problem with, well, don't call me sis. Well, so that means that you've been saying this spitefully. Because it shouldn't be that hard to be like, okay, well, my bad, I don't mean to offend you. Well, then don't call me this. Y'all don't ever have a problem with doing that. So that means you've been spitefully calling me a punk. It shouldn't be that hard to be like, don't call me this, because I'm offended by that. It's just like, girl, a lot of us gays don't want to be called girl. Or we may get somebody we fuck with permission to say it, but everybody ain't gonna want to be called a girl. A lot of women, and I know it, wanted to have something to argue about, as if we the ones that's caused you problems. No. A lot of times y'all do to us what you can't do to what you consider a real man, because you're a coward. We're real men too. We're gay men. We're real men too. They're all men, but that's a different conversation. What I'm saying is, I don't fuck with that. Like calling me, you know. But for me personally, nobody never really called me a punk. You know, uh, punk. Well, I'm gonna say this. Maybe when I was little, we call you a punk or whatever. But in my teenage or adult life, yeah, it could have been behind my back, but I didn't hear it. It wasn't bold enough to say it to me. But you know, I can definitely I feel that because a lot of times, you know, women are definitely secretly homophobic, whereas the man, you know, will be because women more so strategize their friends. Oh, like I said, this is driver. This is the one that has the weed. This one have y'all strategize. Y'all place y'all friends in this certain way, you know, to benefit you. Then here's your gay friend. I want a gay friend. I want a gay friend. I want a gay friend. Why? So it's really no respect. You don't respect us as a human because y'all, the only representation, because it's circle back, the only representation you have of gays is the one you see on Low Down Dirty Shame, the Holiday Hearts, you know, the people that caters to straight women. But none of y'all ever asked, I ain't even see on Holiday Heart when there was a thank you that Holiday Heart did all that shit. He ain't have to do none of that shit. None of it. And I ain't really see no thank you. No type of thank you because the straight women, a lot of times, they don't see us as human. They just want a gay friend to tell them who is down low, who, you know, who be messy with them, to style them up, to babysit their kids, to do everything behind the scenes, but then turn around Sunday morning, you're going to hell. Oh yeah, I love him, but he's still going to hell. So I really don't. I have a lot of us have bad experiences with women, and I prefer for a motherfucker to outright tell me I don't fuck with you, so I know how to take you, not you secretly trying to be my friend to get some dirt off me. And I understand all women aren't like that, but a lot of us have those experiences. So I feel about straight women saying punks is the same way you should feel about how your real men call y'all bitch, or how they, you know, especially if you are a black woman. What's the argument? And I'm like, saying cis, ain't nobody calling you CIS. Cis, like as in cisgender, lets you know that you're biologically a female. Ain't nobody sitting around, it don't make no sense. That's why I say a lot of y'all just want something to argue about. Calling you cis as in short for sister is not a problem. Y'all trying to be like, y'all want to make it seem like we're calling y'all CIS. Oh, you cis. Ain't nobody calling you that. Ain't nobody calling you that. I be seeing that instead of saying, oh my bad, instead of taking accountability, which a lot of women will go down and die before they say, my bad, I don't mean to offend you. Instead of deflecting and be like, well, don't call me sis. So I definitely don't fuck with women like that. That acts like that. Emotionally into it. Cause y'all had a lot of time. And then growing up, cause y'all have the villages, y'all should be way more emotionally intelligent, emotionally stable than men. Y'all have villages. Men don't really have that unless they're talking to us. Because he was conditioned to believe that being emotional or being vulnerable is some punk shit. Again, saying punk, when has that ever been, oh, you a punk? When has that ever been a good thing? Outside of gays or the alphabet mafia, you're using it. Y'all can sit and act like, oh, y'all just complain about everything. Well, it's the same way y'all up here fighting for women's rights. When they took Roe versus Wade, when they was overturned, who y'all think was on the side? Who y'all think was in the media? The very ones y'all condemn. The very ones. So y'all not gonna sit and oppress us, cause Ain't nobody finna sit around and be no victim forever. Ain't nobody, yo, what y'all think we gonna let y'all, just like the bitch that's surfacing on Twitter and Instagram, the bitch that wouldn't let the man, the gay honey, the fade. His body was on point. He was wearing a hoodie and, sweatpants. Body was T. So this black woman, black female girl, had a problem with him walking as free as possible, even though he was dressed like he wasn't even dressed up, but just he was fully clothed with a hood, a black hoodie. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about because it went viral. And this black bitch, she was serving more so masculinity. Like, oh, so you mad at he's serving femininity? Then you're bad at the presentation. Him having a body that's better than yours, because women can be jealous of gay men. I've experienced this shit. Women, a lot of times, women would never. A woman and men ain't taking accountability for shit. I'm talking about this. Since we're talking now, a lot of times women ain't gonna admit, girl, I'm jealous of you to a gay man. They think, jealous of you, bitch, you're trying to be me. But bitch, why would I need to be you in order to get dick? It don't take having no pussy. It don't take being a woman to get a man. That's where y'all fall short every single time. Okay, that's where y'all gonna fall short every single time. Okay? Ain't nobody got, and then why the hell we wanna be you? And you struggling worse than me. But anyway, it went viral. And he was being patient with her. Because a lot of us take you being on our face and you spewing your stank ass breath in my face as a lick. A lot of us would have drugged that hoe already. Bopped her in her damn throat. As he would have been rightfully so. But then the laws more so go against us because he's also a black man too. Then we gay. And then y'all should know that. Should know that homophobia. But y'all think like the struggle Olympics as when it comes to gays and women. And the only one that plays them is the women, for the most part. We can't get no type of respect, but we be on the side of y'all every single time. And I'm not saying this black women, because black women follow me all the time, and I follow them as well. I'm saying y'all see this shit in media, and this stuff happens, and this stuff has happened to me recently at my other job as it pertains to black women. But at the end of the day, I still fuck with black women, but I'm still gonna hold y'all accountable, just like I hold black men accountable. Got to, because we can't lose sight of the bigger picture. Slavery was meant to divide us entirely as black people. And it's been doing its job. So you can end up going to being in an interracial relationship and turn around, oh, the white person be your savior. The white woman saved me. So a lot of black men be like, black women, you better than a black woman. No, girl, this is not what this conversation is about. It's just, if anybody gonna hold black women accountable, it's gonna be gay men, black gay men. Because y'all would do the same thing with us. Now, it's not all of us, because everybody got their bad seeds. Every marginalized group got their bad seeds. But in order to, because you can't be no friend, we cannot be friends if I can't hold you accountable, you can't hold me accountable, because we're not going to agree on everything. But respecting each other's boundaries, seeing us as human, want to see us do better, tough love is a lot of times the best love. Letting you know where you fucked up, and same thing in return. Because if I can't check you, you can't check me, we're not friends. We're not friends. And I don't fuck with yes man, and I'm not a yes man. I'm not that type of bitch. All of them. I'm all of them, girl. And what y'all need to understand, a boy is not a man, and a man is not a boy, and a girl is not a woman, and a woman is not a girl. That's where y'all fuck up every single time. Telling a little boy to be a man. He's a little boy. He's a little boy. Okay? He's a little boy. Talk about man up. He's a boy. He's a little boy. That's why a lot of pedophiles is rampant. That's why pedophilia is rampant. Age ain't nothing but a number. What? Well, that's why y'all still feel so comfortable with Hearing R. Kelly played on the radio and this, that, all these type of, y'all didn't take Diddy serious. Like when he touched Usher, touched Justin Bieber, all these men coming out, possibly Orlando Brown, and y'all have no problem with it. Y'all laugh at it like it's laughable. But if it's a double standard, but he doing that to women, it ain't become a thing or nothing until Cassie came in the picture. But y'all ain't talking about the innocence of the little boys that lost their innocence to this pedophile, because y'all see it as gay. No, gay is consent of two grown men or people around the same age, teenagers the same age, liking each other, same sex. A little boy and a grown ass man, that is pedophilia. A little girl and a grown ass woman or man is pedophilia. They are predators, okay? Y'all gotta learn something. Y'all got to learn, girl. Y'all gotta learn, girl. I love being who I am. I love being me. Yes. Yes, indeed. I love being gay. I will come back the same way. I was born gay. Yes, indeed, honey. You 25. Okay, that's what's up, honey. You got a lot of growing to do, baby. But yeah, it's just, y'all gotta, all the stuff that y'all were taught, y'all gotta unlearn that toxic masculinity, that toxic femininity. Y'all gotta start to love yourself. Coming from that being controlled by a book that was written by a bisexual man. King James was bisexual. Y'all got to come from that and heal. It's okay for men to cry. It's okay for men to be vulnerable. It's okay. It's okay. But you're gonna be wrong. Your frontal lobe is gonna kick in. It's kicking. It's right around the age of 25. It's gonna kick in. But you probably ain't gonna really be able to see things until you turn 30. So, I give you grace. But yes, definitely, gay men are the evolved man though, because we embrace our masculinity and our femininity, which you're supposed to, so you can understand the opposite sex or the same sex and growing yourself and all that good stuff. And here is something that you don't know. Both men and women, boys and girls, intersex, aka formerly known as hermaphrodites, have testosterone and estrogen. Yes, we do. Testosterone and estrogen, we do. Yes, we do, honey. Ain't something you can just switch on and switch off, babe. And you can't be turned either way. But thank you so much for commenting, whether it's good or bad. I mean, a comment is a comment. I appreciate it. But yeah, straight women, for as I definitely agree for as not being called punks, because a lot of times y'all mean it as a slur. A lot of times y'all mean it as a slur. I don't think y'all really take us serious as men anyway. As real men, as y'all take the little boosies, the trick daddies, the Ike Turners, the people that the men that y'all be like, yeah, behind on child support, and who the father is supposed to be in the child life, but all this type of stuff y'all normalize the baby daddy and baby mama having more respect than the wife or the husband and stuff like that. Like what's going on today? It's today's world. Y'all normalize things that it's no order. It's no order on that side. It's so many like gender wars on that side. So it's like, and if people was trying to sell me on being straight, I've seen so many experiences to be like, nah, I'm good over here. I'm good over here because, bro, y'all straight men can't do shit without being called gay. Ugh, I ain't got time for all that. But yeah, my 2 cents on punks is stop saying it, but I know y'all still gonna do it. If it makes you sleep at night, cool. But coming in the bitch face, calling me a punk or whatever, call me innocent without asking me if you could say it, would get your ass fucked up. Just like white people calling, blacks the N-word. Do it at your own risk. But for me, I don't want you to call me a punk. Because I know a lot of times you saying it out of spite. And I'm not your gay friend. I'm a friend that happens to be gay. I'm a friend that is gay, not your gay friend. I'm not for that type of shit. I treat you like a whole person. You treat me like a whole person. If I'm asking you how your day is, you ask me how my day is. If it's not gonna be mutual, then I don't want it. I don't want it. So that's my stance on it. Y'all know a lot of times y'all don't mean it. And if you are an ally, if you're an ally, you already know. You should already know. If you're not an ally, you just going with the trends or the times. You ain't no damn good. It's like you just emotionally immature. I don't deal with immature. Like, if somebody tell me something offends them, I'm gonna apologize and make sure I respect their boundary. If I step up, they know I step up. But I'm not too big to say I'm sorry. That makes you small, a real small individual, to not say I'm sorry or and show that you mean it. It's too many of y'all so thrilled to be the smallest you can. Who told you I was the big person? I'm always the smallest bitch. That's not cute. It's not. I mean, I get we could be funny, we could be petty, whatever, but then if you just don't care about people in general, then don't come outside. You know, leave people alone. Just don't be around people. You just like negativity. If you're just a negative individual, unalive yourself. That's what I say, because we don't need more. We don't need any more of that in this world. It's already enough. It's already enough going on. But anyway, yeah, that's how I feel about it. But to the fellow that was, experiencing that, I did hear, I don't know how true it is, that he, after he had enough evidence that she was the aggressor, when he turned off the video, he whooped her ass. He stunk her ass and I definitely agree. And I still feel like even if he just stung her, he held back. Like, you supposed to stump that hoe. Because if you want to put yourself in a man's place, or even how you feel a lesser man place, then you deserve everything you get, baby. If you put yourself in my face and I feel threatened, you don't even have to do all this, but if you do all that, I might bite that bitch off and fucking beat your ass. Don't play ever since. And a lot of times y'all know who to play with. A lot of times y'all bitches be knowing exactly who to play with. It don't be the one that bitch that's gonna tussle, that love to tussle. It be the ones that y'all be like that more so preppy. But don't get confused. A lot of times the preppy one is a girl. So it's like, how I feel about it, bitch, don't call me no punk, and I won't call you or whatever, because whatever. Y'all be like, well, don't call me bitch. Y'all ain't never have a problem with nobody calling y'all bitch. You won't have a problem with your husband calling you a bitch. Just want to have something to argue about. If you too big, like I said, if you I'm just saying too small to apologize, I'd be like, oh, no, you don't care. And gay men, gay boys, if you notice that and they don't want to be like, they try to twist it, you be like, they don't call me this in order for you to apologize, because a lot of times we got to be the bigger person. We're not doing that. And we're not doing that in 2026. Bitch, if you ain't respecting my boundaries, you can't, if you too small to say I'm sorry, fuck you and your kids. I don't give a fuck. That man, you deserve to be in a clinic every fucking 5 seconds. Go be just as low, because if we already going to hell, what's the point in trying to act like you got morals then? And if we're going to hell, why y'all bitches keep asking us for advice? Why you want a gay friend? That makes zero sense. That means you got the mental illness, bitch. If you condemning gays to hell, why y'all keep asking gay men for advice? The fuck? Who got the problem? Who got the issue? You. It leads back to you. You got the problem, bitch. Ain't none of us asking y'all for advice. Like, oh, I want me a friend, girl. I don't, bitch, no. I don't ever really hear that. Y'all got too many issues, girl. I'm just saying, a lot of y'all. That's what I'm saying. I mean, a lot of people ain't gonna come in my stuff because I'm not gonna kiss nobody's ass. I'm gonna tell it just like it is, just like I hold other people accountable. I do it to myself. I do, and a lot of times if I say something, I'll be big enough to admit, bitch, it's coming. The call is coming from the inside. I definitely be hard on myself. Be like, girl, why the fuck you do that? You could have did better. But at the same time, if you subscribe to me, I'm gonna tell you. And shit, it's gonna get uncomfortable. You got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Cause how else are you going to grow? A lot of y'all don't want to grow. Like for a relationship, I want to be with somebody that I can learn from. I can grow. They can tell me lovingly or dish out tough love if I'm being a bitch or whatever. Like let me know what's up. I don't want that. Cause it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna hear that. So sometimes I need, hey, get my attention. And stuff like that. Still lovingly, but definitely determined. Because sometimes I need you. I need that. But oh girl. Anyway, I'm finna get off here and finna go get me something to drink, girl. I did want to come up here, but I originally want to come up here and be like, am I going to the club tonight? Because bitch, I'm big single, and I got my dreads done, and I'm wondering should I go to the club? Because it's really not my thing. Like, it's not. It's really not my thing. Um, I mean, I'm not saying like it's just horrible, but then if I'm going to the club for fun, it's not really my thing. I might just go to the bowling alley or something tonight, just to get out and to see people because it's. But at the same time, I like to bowl and I haven't bowled in so long, so I'm wondering, should I go bowling and stuff like that just to get out the house, or whatever. I may. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna look it up as soon as I get out this live. But yeah, that's how I feel about. And gay people, we gotta stand in solidarity when stuff comes up like this, especially when it's another gay in distress. We have to stand in solidarity and not be like it's competition with us and yada yada yada. That's why it's important to heal. Like, who else love us? Who else even really care about us except us? Like, we got to be there for each other. Like, that's why I hope that my content reach more queer people, because I definitely want more queer people to listen. Now I'm inclusive, but I want to base my audience. I want my core audience to be queer. And I know my base, and I have no problem with my base core being black women. But then at the same time, a lot of my core subscribers really not coming in, or the people that I've asked to be moderators not really coming in. Yeah, I get that y'all have y'all lives and all that type of stuff, but it's like, if you're gonna support. If you're gonna be in my live, be in my damn live. Like, it's okay. Like, hey, it is what it is. But I definitely would love for more queer people to come into, my community to subscribe. So I appreciate the people that are supporting, but I definitely would love to see more of that. So y'all stay tuned. Thank y'all so much for joining, the ones that did join, even the trolls. I appreciate it. Y'all definitely make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and email me if y'all want me to discuss anything. I'm really not opposed to discussing things if they're too political. Like, I'm not gonna really speak on things that I really don't know anything about. Not saying politically entirely, but that's not my go-to stuff to talk about. I'm more so relationship, family, philosophy, all that type of good stuff having to do with music, the arts, and all that type of stuff. Arts and crafts, bitch, especially the dark arts as pertains to the girls. But yeah, email me. Like I'll talk about certain things. If I'm talking about sports, I may know a athlete, but I might more so not pay attention to football, the game itself. Maybe his ass or how he's built or whatever. Unless the athlete is somebody, the big LeBron, or whatever, the big names. I'm probably not gonna know them. Anyway, so yeah, girl. I definitely want y'all to get in here and definitely comment how y'all feel about saying the word punk, or gay men, how y'all feel about straight women, or even not even just straight women, straight men, or even us calling each other punks. How y'all feel about that? Because I want y'all to know. Well, I want to see how y'all feel. I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about that. Everybody's included in the discussion. We're only going to make it as a people if we listen to each other and try to get somewhere, to some sort of, I don't want to say compromise, but to some understanding, to be on the same page. So let me know. I want to know. All right. So y'all have a wonderful. I might come back on, and y'all might not see my face tonight because I'm, to the what I'm going to be doing. But I may come back on. And girl, oh my God, because it's tomorrow Sunday, and that means it's one more day to work, and I don't want to go. I'm enjoy myself. But anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all, girl. Make sure y'all subscribe so y'all can and press that bell, whatever bell or button, whatever, to make sure y'all know when I'm coming on live, so y'all can be the first ones to hear the BS. So thank y'all so much for tuning in, and y'all have a wonderful, wonderful.